Mirror, mirror, who is this girl that I see? And is it truly a reflection of me? Well, let's talk about it. Hey, Subby Buddies, welcome back. Hello, everybody. Hi. I missed you so much. I am back. I'm feeling good and I'm feeling good. Don't judge. Anyway, hi, you guys. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I am chosen. And this is Beyond Your Reflection. You guys, this is a channel created by me, but it's designed for you. And we are here to peel back all those ugly layers about you, honey, so we can get to the true beauty that's literally within. So today's episode, as you heard in the beginning, when you look in your reflection, is it truly, truly you? Do you even know? For me, you guys, one of my go-to things, all the time, no matter what the mood is, happy, sad, or in between, Disney. Disney has always been my thing since birth. That's why I had Disney all around the room, honey. My nickname is Pooh. Okay? Need I say more? However, you know, you guys, growing up, we watched it. It was just something our parents probably did to get us to be quiet or to get our focus or whatever. Because now, you know, kids today got Sharkadoo and Chamomillin and all that other good stuff. But for our generation growing up, it was Disney. And to this day, honey, the best thing they could have done is did that thing called Disney Plus, honey, and put it on my TV. Please know that is one subscription, excuse me, that I'm going to constantly pay for, because that is my go-to. But today's episode, I was watching one of my favorite ones, which is Mulan. And today, you guys, if you've never seen that particular movie, please do. That'll be the best 2.5 hours of your life. But for you guys that are familiar with it, you know, Mulan carried on her family name for her honor, for her family. Now, in the beginning, you could say that she was the black sheep because she went against what the family stood for. Or did she? Or could it be that the family had expectations that they wanted her to meet to keep up the family name without asking her, is this truly who you are? One thing I don't like the word hate. I'm not a fan of as when, you know, they say, well, family is everything and you must bring the family honor and all that stuff there. Well, what exactly has the family done for me to bring me honor, honey? We're not going to talk about all these secrets and skeletons that's buried deep underneath this rug here that we step over every day. No. I can still have the family name. The bloodline ain't going nowhere. But what if I am designed to branch off? That's why it's called a family tree. Hello. What if I'm supposed to branch off in a different direction, however, still keeping honor to my family? But I don't have to do exactly the way the family book has been written. I'm not a robot. Take the batteries out. Let me go on another shelf and play. Let's see what the other part of the world looks like. Now, however, I'm still going to wear my name proud. Because there are some people in my family that I want to be just like them when I grow up. AKA the foundation. My Grammy is my A1. That is my ace. 87 years strong. I'm trying to be just like that when I grow up. Keep moving. That is a part of who I am. Does not mean that I have to do everything that she done to get to where she is. But my goal is to live just as long and prosperous as she is doing now. Trust me. All this extraness that you see, baby, that comes directly from her. That is my favorite, my A1, my day one. And, oh, my camera almost tried to fall. Did y'all see that? Rude, child. Caught it. However, going back to what I was saying, and as you see, this is not edited, honey. This is me raw and uncut. When I get to the part where I'm ready to start editing stuff, then we'll get there. But right now, whatever happens, happens on time, real time. Anyway, I want to live as long as she is, excuse me, because she's sitting here alive and kicking. I want to be in that elder generation. However, I also want to live the legacy of the family, of what the family stands for. Now, we have a foundation, obviously. Prayer is at the top of that list. Honesty also. Always be honest with each other. You may not like everything that's going to be said. Get over it. You'll be okay. It's called adulting. But there's also things that happen within this family that I wasn't too fond of. And just because this is the way that the family did it does not mean that that's exactly how I'm supposed to. Mind you, same tree, just different branches. Everybody goes in a different direction. Think about it when you get married. You change your last name. You're now a part of a different family tree dynamic, but you're still sticking to your roots because that's where you were born. You just branched out into another foundation, but you're still the same you. So along this journey, you have to find out exactly who you are along this path while sticking true to your roots. And that takes me back to Milan. Her father was supposed to go fight in the war. However, her father is ill. He had no chances of survival had he been out there. Mind you, she was the only girl also. So to have her only father and as the only girl to go out there, she didn't give it a second thought. Now, in the beginning, what her family wanted her to do was to be a bride. So that means she had to transform into this new person of what society said. You have to look a certain way, stand a certain way, be a certain height, build, frame, posture, all that. That was not who she was. They were trying to create an image to withhold to the family name and honor. As they say, you will bring honor to us all. That's a part of the lyrics. But that was what they created in the image because this is what they wanted the family to stand for. I mean, granted, you're the only girl in the family. So, of course, we want you to live up to that height. We want you to be this princess that turns into a queen. We want you to be your royal highness. What if I don't want to put on no heels? What if I want to put on some Chuck Taylors or some Vans, some A1s, some Jordans? What if I want to go ball and hoop instead of putting on a crown and some heels and some makeup? Still the same person. It's just me being me, not who you think I should be or not who you want to portray me as. But I can still stay true to my family roots. So we're going to break down what Milan stood for. Okay? Her bravery, one, is enough by itself. You being able to peel back all the different layers of you, you stepping out on faith, you doing whatever it is that you're doing to change your life, that's brave. While still sticking truths to your roots, to who you really are. But let's look at it. The first particular line of it, literally, when she went to go fight for combat. And before they discovered who she really was, when they found out that she really was not a boy, she then was having an identity crisis. Like, okay, if I do not now complete this mission, not only will I not bring honor to my family, but what about me? Was this sacrifice really worth it? To even change who I am in order for me to find out who I am, is the change really worth it? Well, if you watch the movie, you would know it was. And she brought honor not just to her family name, to the village. She brought about change. This one person. And y'all know me, I'm always saying be the one. Be that first. The first in her family to branch out while sticking true to her roots, to branch out and become the hero, the change that was created. So now, let's go back and look at it. Now, let's look at her journey and let's break it down and how it relates to you. That's the reason why I did this episode, because I felt like this is something that I can relate to, and definitely I wanted to share with you guys. I know somebody out there can actually relate. So if you haven't ever watched the film, I would say go back and watch it. But here's the lyrics to the song when she was having, I guess what you want to call an identity crisis, where she's trying to figure out exactly, where do I belong? Was the sacrifice worth it? Should I have done it? Well, what happens now? Do I embrace this change, or do I go back to who I was? Who exactly am I? So let's talk about it. So the first part, it says, look at me. Just start right there. Think about that. Look at me. And then the next line says, you may think you see who I really am, but you never know me. And this is true, because you have yet to display who you really are. Remember, I told you in the beginning, we go all the way back. Everybody knew who you were, but nobody know who you're becoming. So the next line says, every day, honey, daily, like I always say, it is if I play a part. Baby, mask off, take the cape off, go back and watch it. But then she says, now I see. If I wear a mask, I can fool the world, but I can never fool my heart. Think about that. You're out here portraying and just acting like everything is okay when you know you are a puzzle fresh out the box, baby, about to fall apart. You do not have to keep walking around like everything is okay. It is okay to not be okay, but it is not okay for you to sit here knowing that you're not okay and not doing something about it. Difference. Need you to change that. This is what I need for you to do. So literally the next part, she says, who is the girl that I see staring straight back at me? Who is the girl that I see staring straight back at me? When will my reflection show who I am inside? You tell me. That's your question. Have you discovered this person? Have you gone Christopher Columbus? And have you went out on this discovery to find out exactly who you are? Not who they want you to be, who they think you should be, or who they say you should be. Who you are, who you're supposed to be. She says, I am now in a world where I have to hide my heart and what I believe in. You shouldn't have to do that, sweetheart. That's you trying to live up to the family name. I'm afraid that I may dishonor my family, or they may dishonor me. They may not like me. What if I'm kicked out of the club? What if I'm no longer there? Okay, black sheep. Okay, black swan. Spread your wings and fly. Stop worrying about what others think about you, baby. It's you. Give no, fill in the blank, starts with an F, N, and a K. Give none. This is your journey. But you have to first believe in you before others can see who you really are. So now her next line said, but somehow I will show the world what's inside my heart and be loved for who I am. Y'all, come on. is not the most powerful song about this entire channel, I don't know what is. Think about that. What's inside my heart and be loved for who I am. And we talked about the L word. You know how much, think about it. When someone says, I love you, and you feel it, believe it, honey, can't nobody tell you nothing different. That same feeling that you get when you're loved, that's the same feeling you need to express to yourself. And then you put that energy on somebody else. So here we go to the chorus. This is my favorite part. We're only going to do the first part, okay? Who is that girl I see staring straight back at me? Why is my reflection someone I don't know? Just pause right there. When you look into the mirror, do you know who you are? Have you identified with that person? Are you able to have that conversation? She says, must I pretend that I'm someone else for all time? When will my reflection show who I am inside? Y'all, those words alone, like, I'm not doing it now, but every time I see that and I hear that song, I cry. Because it's so powerful. It truly makes you think about you. Who are you? And you know, I've always said it several times throughout every episode. Your presence shall enter the room before you do. But which one is it? Is it the mask that you wear to make everyone believe that everything is okay? Or is it your true self? Even when everything is not okay, can you still walk into that room and be okay with not being okay because you know that everything is going to be okay? Are you okay with that? The next part says, there's a heart that must be free to fly within me, that burns with need to know the reason why. Next line. Why must we all conceal what we think and how we feel? Pause. Why must we all conceal what we think and how we feel? You shouldn't have to. Especially if you're being true to yourself and who you really are. Must there be a secret me I'm forced to hide? I won't pretend that I'm someone else for all time. When will my reflection show? When will your reflection show? When will our reflection show who we really are inside? Well, I won't know until you start. Until I start. I've already started. But it's on you. Sorry. When your reflections show who you really are, while still sticking true to your roots, but also finding out who you truly are. It is a journey that we all must take, but you must be brave enough to take the first steps. So I challenge you. When will you be able to show who you really are? Leave it in the comments and let me know. Definitely, let's talk about it next week. Because next week we're going live. So I need for everybody, I need all my subby buddies, yes, all y'all, to chime in because we're going to talk about it. So if you have any questions or anything, just let me know. You should go to the comments, talk to me because I talk back, sweetheart. And if you like this episode for today, the thumbs up. Okay, I need the likes so YouTube would know that I'm actually out here in these streets, honey. And make sure you remember my bell. Hit my bell for the notifications, you guys, because I try to keep up my content. Every Sunday I try that is, unless something is going on, if I'm not feeling well. But other than that, consistency is the key. I hope to see you guys next weekend. I love everything about you, and so should you. Until next time, go out there and discover who you really are.